I want to show you how to make an Italian cast-on if you're left-handed. It's made by rib stitches and it creates a nice rounded and elastic edge on your rib knitting. It's a bit of a process with a few different steps and I'm going to go through them, but it's not very hard. It's just a matter of getting a hang of it, and hopefully it will be helpful to see another left-handed person do it. So, have your yarn end facing towards you. It can be as long as when making a normal cast on. Then grab your knitting needle in your left hand and grab the yarn in your right hand. You can grab it the same way as if you were casting on the normal way. Now to cast on in rib, we will make knit stitches and purl stitches. So we'll start by casting on a knit stitch. We do it like this. First, we direct the needle towards us. Then under the yarn, up in the middle, grab the yarn in the back, and then you go up like that. Now to cast on a purl stitch, you direct the needle away and behind the yarn, under both, middle, and catch it like that. So, a knit stitch, needle towards me, up in the middle, grab the back, and up. Purl stitch, needle away from me, under both, middle, up. Knit stitch towards me, up in the middle, back and up. Purl stitch away, under both, middle, up. Knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, purl stitch, it can be a bit tricky at first, but usually after a while you sort of get a hang of the rhythm. Knit stitch. When we count the stitches, you see that this first loop here looks a bit weird, and this one actually doesn't count. You will knit it together with this stitch. So this one is your first stitch. It's a knit stitch, then we have a purl stitch, knit stitch, purl, knit stitch, purl. So you can see the difference here in how they look. And now I want to finish with a purl stitch. Here is a knit stitch, and the last one should be a purl. But I have to make that one so it won't unwind. So I'll do it by grabbing my yarn end here. And then I'll make a backward loop stitch like this. And that's the final purl stitch. So the first step is done, and now even though you're gonna make your rib round knitting on circular needles, you should start by knitting back and forth for 2 rows, and that's to stabilize these at the moment quite loose rib stitches. So that's what we're gonna do. So turn your work around, and now since we ended with a purl stitch on the other side when doing the cast on, it means that we now have a knit stitch here on this side to start off with. And what we'll do now is that we will knit all the knit stitches and just slip all the purl stitches over to the other needle without purling them, without knitting them. I'm not sure what the correct term is. And we'll do the same procedure when going back, and on the other side the purl stitches here will be the knit stitches on that side, so all of the stitches will be knitted through once each. Okay, so let's start. I start with knitting my knit stitch. Oi. It's a bit slippery in the beginning since the stitches are so loose, but it'll be better eventually. Okay, so we made the knit stitch, and then we have a purl stitch next. So I put the yarn over my needle, then I just slip the stitch and I put the yarn back. And now a knit stitch again. I knit it, then a purl stitch. I put the yarn over my needle, I slip the stitch and I put the yarn back. Knit stitch, purl stitch, just slip it over, knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, purl. Okay, so bear with me, I need to go through all of these and then we're going back. So knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. Okay, and then I'm at the last stitch and it's a purl stitch, and we also have this loop that was made at the start. So I'm gonna purl these two, both the loop and the purl stitch together. So grab both of them and make a purled stitch. Okay, great. Now I turn the work around again, and I will once again knit all the knit stitches and slip the purl stitches. So the knit stitches here on this side are the purl stitches on the opposite side. So when this row is done, as I said earlier, all the stitches will have been knitted once each. Okay, so again we have a knit stitch, and actually if you get confused while knitting these, if you lose track of what's next, you recognize the knit stitches as these ones and the purl stitches as these ones. Okay, so knitting this one, purling this one because it was already knitted, knitting this one, purl, knitting and purling, knitting, purling, knitting, purl, knit, and then my last stitch is a purl stitch, but I'm gonna knit it, or I'm gonna purl it anyway. So, as one last note, if you were now to continue knitting a flat rib, you can just continue knitting a normal rib back and forth like this. But if you want to make something round, now is the time to connect the two ends. And it's obviously quite simple, but I was super confused when I looked at videos with right-handed persons doing it, so I'm just going to show you how I do it. I have so few stitches, so I'm going to use a magic loop to make it work. So we have this end here with our two yarn ends, and I'm gonna do the magic loop and pull through my right hand needle like so. So here is the start, and here is the yarn that we should use. Okay. So start off with the knit stitch and try to make it tight. And a purl stitch, knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, and so on. And it's usually not super easy to make this end completely tight, but it will even itself out once you've made a few rows. And you will also see that there will be a little gap here at the beginning because we did 2 rows without connecting them. So you can use your yarn end that's over here and just make a little stitch there to connect them and make an even nicer finish.